higher order function in JavaScript?
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay. So, high order function, which means we can assign we can assign a function into object.
Mm-hmm.
And okay. So, let me think. High order, and second is we have. Okay, got it. Yeah, so high order function, got it. Yeah, so high order function accept one or more function as a parameter.
Mm-hmm.
That function is get call after the first function get executed. If I'm taking an example, so what we can do inside a set timeout, we can pass a function. So the set out function will get called after some period of time, and after that the parameter we have passed as a function that will be get executed.
Okay. Yep. So it
Yes.
can accept the function as a arguments and it returns
Yes.
the, yep, correct. Okay. So what is difference between string dot replace and string dot replace all?
Okay. So uh, string dot replace. So string dot replace that is for example first, second, and so okay. So string dot replace is basically so it is a replace a specific value or pattern to another value.
No.
For
See,
example, so okay,
see,
okay.
you have something string I love
Mm-hmm.
India. Okay.
Okay.
Now you want to replace only I from the string.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
do replace string dot replace, it will replace first one only. Okay. And all
Okay.
means it will replace all I in the string. Check. You can check that. This is the common use of it.
Okay.
Okay. So do you know ES6 optional chaining?
No.
No. So if you have some address object, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you are trying to access address dot street name, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So by chance you got error cannot read X of undefined or null error because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you are trying to access address dot street name, but your address is not present on that time,
Yes.
right? So you got some kind of error cannot read the property of X.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. So in that case, we use optional chaining.
Okay.
Okay. Read about this as well because this is the common question, I think.
Yes.
Okay. And have you heard about event stop propagation?
Yes. So uh, in JavaScript has a default behavior that is event bubbling.
Hmm.
So in which it will go child to parent if a button is an event that is inside another functions. So when we are clicking or calling on the child function, it will call the parent function as well. So this
Mm-hmm.
is called event bubbling. To stop this, we use stop propagation.
Correct. Okay. And have you heard about immediately stop propagation? Immediate, there is a two options, correct?
Okay.
I think I did not remember the second one, but there are the two. When you have the same, suppose you are clicking on the button and at
Mhm.
that time you are triggering that. So if you have two buttons and that is triggering to the parent one. So there is one name of it. I also forget. So
Okay.
that is used on that time. I think
Okay.
stop immediate propagation it is. Immediate propagation. There are two
Okay. I'll
things.
check.
Yep.
Okay, I'll check that one also.
Yes. Okay. So we talked about the flat, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So have you heard about throttling and debouncing?
Yes. So throttling and debouncing is used to control the user activity. For example, when there is a search bar that is user for just a second making a तो अगर सर्च करता है okay so uh, in a Google search user used to type a button I
Hmm.
mean any keyword so it will goes to a database frequently so to control the user inputs we use throttling and debouncing
Hmm.
what is the difference? So when we want to limit our rate of emission from source, it for handle the any mouse click or a mouse move. So we use a throttling debouncing time when we want to wait for a pause. Let's suppose we want to search India best batsman so in which it will be wait for the pause for the user. I'll
Hmm.
write India best batsman and then of course I will pause so it will be wait for the pause of users. When the user will get pause so it will send a request to get the information from the server.
Okay. So do you know how to implement this?
uh Throttling, no.
So try to create an example of it.
Okay.
Okay. So you might heard about the call apply bind, correct?
Yes, yes.
Closures. Then
Yes,
you should be knowing the map, destructuring,
ye-
array destructuring,
yes,
rest
yes,
operators, spread operators,
yes,
correct? Late versus const.
yes, yes.
What is this in JavaScript? What is use strict, correct?
Uh,
So
no, last one is use stick was
what is use strict?
that I didn't know.
Yep, read about that because
Okay.
use strict says nothing but you are writing your code, JavaScript code in the strict mode. So
Okay,
the
got. Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes, yes,
yep, so that is
yes, got. Yeah. So,
yeah,
yes, sometimes we don't declare variable.
correct.
So use age equal to 10 and then start using. So
Hmm.
use stick won't allow that.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. Okay, read about the lexical scoping as well, how it is, how it works.
Flexible or lexible?
Lexical scoping, lexical. It part
Okay.
of closures. Then you might be using the Angular module pattern, correct? You are importing one
Yes,
module to the another module or one
yes,
service to another.
yes.
So that is kind of the module pattern.
Okay.
Then you might have been heard about immediately invoke function, correct?
Yes, yes.
So check on that as well. Then syntax of spread operator, rest operator.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so these are some common questions mostly been
Mm-hmm.
used, and the questions around only these questions, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I think we'll move to Angular.
Okay.
So I will not give more questions on Angular, but I
Mm-hmm.
think you are already compatible with Angular, correct? So whatever
Yes,
videos you
yes.
have seen, you are able to answer. So I will tell
Yes,
you
yes.
how to do practice. Okay. So
Okay.
whenever I'm taking this mock interview, so if you are watching my another video, so do
Mm-hmm.
one thing. Whenever the video I'm asking some questions, suppose I asked optimization techniques in the Angular. Okay. So you can pause
Mm-hmm.
your video and you can think about
Mm-hmm.
it. So what are the answer you can be giving to this question? Okay. And
Yes.
then you can verify your answer with whatever the candidate is saying. So in that way,
Yes.
you will be also learning the things. If you are not
Yes.
able to answer, then search it and note down somewhere. So this is the common question and this is the answer of it. So in that way, you will able to have the question list as well, and we're able to prepare as well. Correct.
One question is always I'm not sure whether its answer is right or not.
Hmm.
Sometime an interviewer ask that we have we want to make some change. We are making some change from
Hmm.
one component,
Hmm.
and we want that data should update without refreshing any page.
Hmm.
So I used to give answer with the help of subject. It is
Hmm.
a special kind of observer. So
Hmm.
when we are using a subject in which when we are making changes in one component, so it will immediately reflect in another company in another component without any refresh. So
Hmm.
is it answer right or wrong?
Yeah, it is correct. Because
Okay.
you are not refreshing it. See,
Yes,
you
yes.
are creating one subject. Okay, so
Mhm.
it can be observable as well, and it can be subscriber as well. Correct. As
Yes,
soon
yes.
as you are emitting the new value to the your subject, the whatever subscriber of that service or that subject will notify
Mhm.
automatically. You can give
Yes,
the
yes.
simple example. Suppose you have one product detail page, okay, and when you are
Mhm.
clicking on add to cart, okay, and
Mhm.
in that time when you click on add to cart, that icon should show one at the top of
Yes,
the header icon. Okay, so in that
yes.
case, you can give that example. So once I clicked on this, so this will emit the value to the your subject. Okay, and subject will be subscribing into the header. So as soon as you are adding, that subscriber will notify that something is added to the card. So I want to reflect the length of it, something kind of. So this is kind of one example of it. So you can tell like that as well.
Okay.
Okay, any other question you are having issues?
Yes, yes, yes. So, one more question that they are used to ask.
Hmm.
I know that there is no specific answer for that. So, what are the best way to write code,
Best way to write the code in
optimize code?
terms, try to follow these things. It will help you as well because
Okay,
these are the common things comes with it. And read about the, you can read from the MDN website. There is one